My parents begged me not to wear my uniform to my brother's wedding. The military is embarrassing, but I walked in wearing my dress blues, a silver star on my chest. 150 guests went silent, 12 veterans stood up. Silver star in the room! My family rose. 2 days before the wedding, my mom came into my room holding a blue dress on a hanger. Soft, expensive, the kind of thing you wear when you want to disappear politely. She laid it on the bed like it was a gift. Just wear this. The Whitfields are refined people. A uniform would be a lot. I almost said yes. I've been saying yes my whole life. But she left and I picked up my phone and I found something. Our family group chat. A thread I wasn't in. My mom had written that morning, seat her at table 9 near the back. Make sure nobody encourages the uniform. The military is embarrassing and I won't have her turning this into a spectacle. My brother replied with one word. Fine. My dad's phone had read it 2 minutes after she sent it. He said nothing. I sat on the edge of that bed reading it for a long time. Then I got up and unzipped my garment bag. Here's what my family never asked about. I enlisted at 18, made officer, deployed twice. The second deployment ended on a road outside a small village on a Tuesday morning when a vehicle that should have made it through didn't. 3 of my people came home. 1 didn't. His name was Danny. He was 19, from Ohio, and he kept candy in his cargo pocket and gave it away. The week before that morning, he pressed a challenge coin into my hand and told me to carry it for luck. I've carried it every day since. The silver star isn't really mine. It's his. I wear it because he doesn't get to. My family knew none of this. Not because I hid it. Because they never asked. My mom's version of me had been fixed since I enlisted. She told the neighbors I was figuring things out. When I was commissioned, she had a luncheon she couldn't move. When I got promoted, she changed the subject. I learned to stop bringing it up. I'd mention a deployment and watch her smile go tight. I became the daughter who sent money on Mother's Day and never talked about her job. The wedding was supposed to be simple, but that group chat was the first time I saw it written down plainly for everyone except me. Table 9, near the back. My brother's fine. My father's silence. I thought about it a long time. Then I put on my dress blues. I didn't walk in making a scene. I slipped through a side door during cocktail hour. 150 guests already in the room. I was just trying to reach my seat. Table 9, near the back. I was going to sit down quietly and be exactly who I was and let that be enough. I made it about 10 steps before the room started to shift. An old man near the head table stood up. Silver-haired, straight-backed, tuxedo. I'd learn later he was a retired sergeant major, 30 years in the Corps, an old friend of the bride's grandfather. He looked at my chest. He saw the metal. His whole bearing changed. The way a man changes when he recognizes something that cost more than most people will ever understand. He set his glass down, brought his hand up slow and precise, and held a salute. Then in a voice built for parade grounds, he said it. Silver star in the room. Chairs started moving. One at a time, all across the ballroom, scattered through 150 guests, they stood. A man in a dark suit at table 4, a woman in an evening gown near the dance floor, a heavyset guy by the bar who rose slow, an old wound in how he moved, one after another. Some saluted, some just stood, chin up, eyes forward, 12 total. Every one a veteran. All guests of the Whitfield family. The quartet trailed off until the room was completely silent. My mom was standing in the center of it, right where she'd been working the crowd all weekend, performing for the exact people she'd ordered me to hide from. The Whitfields, the refined people, the ones she was certain would be humiliated by a uniform in the room. Turns out the Whitfields had spent 3 generations gathering veterans close and honoring them out loud. The bride's grandfather had served 2 tours in the Corps. The scholarship foundation by the entrance had his name on the plaque. This family built their entire legacy around honoring exactly what my mother spent years telling me to be ashamed of. She had read the room perfectly backward. I stood at attention and returned the salute. Then I reached into my coat and took out the coin, worn smooth from 6 years of my thumb. I held it up and told the room the only thing that mattered, that the medal wasn't really mine, that there were 4 of us on that road and 1 didn't get to come home. His name was Danny Brennan, 19 years old. I said his name out loud in that silent room, something my own family had never thought to ask. My mom's face did something I'd never seen it do. Right there in front of the Whitfields, in front of everyone she'd spent the weekend performing for, the whole careful structure of her version of me came apart. She spent years hiding me from